Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Saturday Night Insanity, our second edition on Twitch. Wow, boy, is it choppy as hell with both cameras going. Hold on a second. Kill that, kill that. And there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's much better. Okay, let's check in with the boys, shall we? Any second now.
Now we're on air.
Now. Oh, boys.
Hello.
Hello. So, big welcome to Nihilist27, who is a has been a Twitch viewer of mine for a while, and he's never seen a Saturday Night Insanity before. So,
welcome. You're one of us now.
That's actually not what we do here. That's actually
When
not
does
what
the
we do
touching
here at
party
all.
happen?
But okay.
When do I get to put my hand in everyone's pants?
Before we truly start to begin, I'd just like to say I'm very sorry.
Just so you know, what we do is we play a game called Who's in My Mouth. We turn the lights off. We try to guess who's in your mouth.
That's right. Yeah. Excellent. So
Not my joke.
I adjusted the layout a little bit. I made me a little smaller and you guys a little bigger. So hopefully we'll have room for everybody this time. People were getting cut off and I was getting horribly confused last week.
Yeah.
And I also decided that it's just better for me to go as just a profile picture, so I'm not bouncing around everywhere.
Oh, there you go. And we're not like constantly looking right up into your brain through your nostrils.
Exactly. So,
I can see his thoughts.
and so, like Brandon was said, you would think that they would have a better stand because I can't be the only person using my phone as a laptop, but it's
Well,
just
this is
not
true.
tall enough.
This
So-
is true. I'm sure there's probably some kind of like armature you can get to like have it hanging over you or something. I don't know, like maybe like
a selfie stick.
like a lamp stand, but with the camera on the end instead of a lamp.
I don't know. That's a good
Right.
idea. Or
I don't know.
selfie stick might work too.
Maybe I should patent that idea. Has no one invented that yet? Okay.
I don't think anyone has. No, there you go.
There you go. Web stream from bed with
Bed stream.
the bed stream,
There you
the
go.
bed stream arm. There you go. That's what we'll call
Well,
it.
it's particularly with people with limited mobility like me, it would be very helpful.
Absolutely.
You know.
Abso-smurfly.
But I just got back from a wedding.
CM Punk chants. Okay. Oh shit.
Oh, let's kill that. Yes. What's going on?
Oh
What's
shit.
going
I'm
on?
watching CM Punk in his first UFC fight. It's happening right now.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wait for it.
I watched a really funny
Oh,
Markiplier
fuck.
video. Okay. Random reactions for the win.
I'll be back.
Okay. You don't understand. Brandon takes his wrestling very seriously, and it takes priority over all else.
Well,
Yep.
yeah, it's
So,
and I'm surprised he's watching it. I told him, I said I'm not gonna watch Punk ever again after
Oh.
what he did.
But he's a wrestler in MMA right now, doing his first MMA bout. So
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think CM Punk is a fabulous entertainer.
I actually really...
He's
he's a great entertainer. He's a complete cock of a human being.
I
No,
re-
he's a tremendous entertainer. It's just he doesn't. He's one of those people who wants to badmouth where he came from because he doesn't like the company anymore.
I really enjoyed the a few years ago when you two did their Geek Week, to which I was not invited, by the way. So fuck you. And CM Punk did a series of videos on grammar, and it was quite funny.
Yeah, he came back and did another
Oh yeah, I remember those.
couple
Yeah.
of videos about that.
It was like, improper use of, which there to use, there, or there, or saying would of instead of would have, and things like that. And it was something that spoke to me as a grammar Nazi myself. So, yeah. Well, I tend not to be as vocal about it as then. Just get that. Can you get my fucking shit off the screen? Off the screen. There we go. Okay.
So do we have an order of like how you wanted to talk about stuff, Sean? 'Cause I
not really. Implying there's structure to this? What?
This is Saturday Night Insanity.
Because I think the big topic this week is obviously how bad PlayStation screwed up.
Oh my God, the PlayStation.
Well, that was a fucking mauling. All right, sorry.
4K PlayStation, which is kind of 4K sort of, but not in all the ways that you wanted it to be. But it's still really cool because we're calling it the PS4 Pro. Therefore, buy it.
Well, yeah, I'm not buying it. And honestly, I don't like Microsoft in terms of gameplay response at all.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly considering buying a 1S just to say, screw you, PlayStation, you lost my business.
Considering nothing. It is done. That is happening with me. And the funniest thing about it is
Xbox One.
The funniest thing about it is I'm gonna get the Xbox One S, right? And then the first game I'm gonna get for it is the Rare Replay, which won't have any 4K content on it.
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get
4K Xbox One S and play some fucking NES Battletoads on that shit.
Yes.
Exactly.
This man knows.
Conquer. That's right.
N64 games in 4K.
That's right.
I'm also gonna get an Xbox One S, but I'm gonna get Forza with it because that's the game I'm most interested in playing on it. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I guess I'll get an Xbox One S and play some Mario Kart on it.
Oh God.
No,
you could technically do that, right? I mean, you just hook it up to the fucking Wii U.
For those who are a little out of the loop, here's the big thing, the big way in which they dropped the ball. Okay, PS2, DVD player. PS3, Blu-ray player. PS4, Blu-ray player again. Oh, but they're doing the PS4K. Oh, they're calling it the PS4 Pro now. Fuck yeah, this is gonna be so 4K. It's gonna be crazy. Blu-ray player again. Where's the Ultra HD player? Why is that not in the PS4 Pro? That's what everybody is wondering. What the fucking fuck?
Yeah, I'm still in that camp. I still, if I feel like it, really might upgrade to a PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
Because, unlike a lot of people, I actually looked at the gameplay of. Because when they first announced that they were doing a 4K PS4, they're like, no, it won't affect games. It was just for video playback, blah, blah, blah. No games.
Yeah.
And then PS4 Pro was announced, and they're like, look how amazing the games look. It's like, wait. Hold on. Backtrack here. You said the PS4 Pro... You said it wasn't going to... The hardware being upgraded wasn't going to affect the games.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, now it is.
Yeah.
So I went and I looked at some announcement footage of games running on the PS4 Pro, or they're still calling it the Neo. Games like Horizon Zero Dawn, even some older titles that have already come out.
Yeah.
And that has convinced me at some point to get a Pro.
Yeah.
Because I have some actual 4K footage of, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Mass Effect Andromeda, and Horizon Zero Dawn.
Well,
and
to be fair, I'm getting a PC before I get any console. So.
But there's also talk of some PS4 games being upconverted to 4K as well, like having built-in.
That's with the Rise of the Tomb Raider,
which is cool.
Which is when they showed it, it's all it is upconverted. They also showed For Honor, which they even announced and talked about in the video. They're saying this is the same For Honor that you saw running on the original PlayStation 4 is now running on the Pro, and it actually does look different.
Yeah.
It's because it's able to render clearer the textures they have on the models and on the walls, and it's it actually, this is one of those cases where upconversion is not a bad thing.
Well, a lot like Doctor Who with series 1 through 4, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. They upconverted
yeah.
those, but this is a little different though. I mean, that's standard def being upconverted to like that's hard coded video. This is 3D.
High def to higher def.
Well, no, but not just that, but this is like 3D objects and environments that are rendered on the fly, so they can pump up the resolution. and it just means, you know, not as well. It'll look crisper on a 4K display, basically. But what I was going to say is the one thing that caught my eye is apparently the big thing that they're talking about is that PS4 VR will be noticeably
that was my other
better.
Concern.
Yeah,
also is
that's the one that
if
grabbed my
I'm going to
interest.
do it, I might sell my PS4 and get the VR bundle that comes with the PlayStation Neo or the PlayStation Pro and all the VR shit.
Yeah.
So, which that just might make more sense. Because right now, for me, yes, I do have a 4K TV, but I don't have any 4K content. I don't got any 4K Blu-rays, and I'm probably not going to get any for quite a while.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, by the time, like, I don't have a 4K TV yet either. So by the time most of us have one, PlayStation might have fixed their.
Yeah.
They may release a version 2, which I know they will.
Yeah.
With Morpheus, probably.
Yeah, which will probably have a UHD player on it. I mean, seeing as this is technically Sony, the home of Blu-ray, it kind of would make sense at some point.
Well, that's
flagship platform get the flagship format.
Yeah, but that's what made no sense about it at all. I mean,
they have come out and said, you know, multiple times over the reason why they did it was that they it was kind of a stupid reason, but it's a reason nonetheless. Is cost effectiveness, and they wanted it to get a release for holiday season this year.
Oh well, maybe you should instead do an Ultra HD player. It's not that hard. You fucking own the technology.
They never said that they would put a UHD player in the PS4.
But guess what would have sold during holidays?
Hold on.
Yeah, it'd be an Ultra HD player for your Ultra HD TV that you're buying in the holidays. I mean, come on.
Well, it's a no-brainer. I mean,
it makes no sense.
Definitely, Microsoft will have a one-up on that market.
Yeah, well, and that's one of the things they're really banking on.
How many people were planning for their Christmas to be 4K this year? I know I am.
Well, yeah, exactly. So, it's like
that's next year for me, probably.
Well, the only reason I think that they would do this, the only thing that makes any sense, it doesn't even make any sense. But the only thing that makes any even remote sense.
Well, you say you use the word logic.
Is that Sony owns Blu-ray? They own the technology, right? So they're going to be making money off of every drive that goes into that Xbox, right? I mean, if that's the case, then maybe they just don't want to compete with themselves.
Or maybe
I don't know.
They have Ultra HD, but they already see that they shouldn't have even pushed it forward as technology and want to abandon it a bit without actually abandoning it yet. They just want to kind of weaken its stance.
That's what I'm worried about. It's like
because what they really want. This is what they really want. They want you to. What they really want you to get to is you buy the movie from them digitally, and then as long as they want to let you have it, you can watch it. That's what they want from you. They want that ecology, that economy with you.
That equalize.
Brandon's right. They really are trying to force all of us to give up on our physical media. They really are.
Oh, yeah.
I refuse. I fucking refuse.
There we go.
I'll move to comics. If they stop doing disc-based media, I'll buy the ones that are out there, and then when I've got the ones I want, I'm done. Books are nice.
I think if nothing else, it'll probably be a lot like VHS and Laserdisc is now.
How many more movies do I need?
As long as there's people like us out there, there'll be people making it for us.
Yeah, I feel like vinyl, there'll always be a niche market because of the way that the internet has allowed niche markets to exist at a level they never could have before. That's why vinyls can exist. That's why the cassettes are coming back. I mean, like everything's coming back. There's an active VHS market out there. People producing making movies, new movies, and putting them out on VHS right now as we speak. You know?
Right.
So that's because of the internet, and that's why I think disc-based media will always be here, at least in the niche. But at what point does the niche price the lower-end hobbyists like me out? I say that because I'm on fixed income.
Well,
that is a problem.
Well, the problem, I mean, as far as the stuff that we like to buy on physical media, it's getting close to that point already. I mean, I'm seeing more and more releases coming out now in extremely limited editions that I would love to get my hands on, but I can't afford them.
Arrow just announced Donnie Darko limited edition. Donnie fucking Darko.
Yeah, like I can't afford to just drop $80 on a movie, when I could I could get a lot of other things for $80.
But Arrow is also releasing standard releases of almost all their limited. To be fair,
but still, like even $30 sometimes is difficult.
That's why I always buy them on the sale for $10.
Money
That's where
is really
the money
tight.
is.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, really the only time I'll pay, more than 25 usually is for a season now. I mean, that's the only.
Well, a season's different. I mean,
need.
I mean that's a lot of hours of entertainment there, and that's how I always justified buying season sets of things when I was really hardcore collecting TV shows. Was it's like, well, okay, it's $50, but this is like the equivalent of 11 movies,
Right, exactly.
in terms of just running time.
Exactly.
So.
But I think the biggest problem, though, for a lot of people is when it does get to that point that the internet of the world needs to, the higher end internet needs to be more affordable on a wide base because people aren't going to have enough down speed.
What are you talking about, like 4K. Streaming? Yeah.
Well, I mean, data, with data caps.
Yeah.
The fucking thing.
Like, with the company that I work for, we just introduced a higher speed internet, and but with a big promotional push where it's like 150 megabits for like $5 more than 30 megabits. So it's like a huge push to get people that speed because we know that there's going to be demand for it. So, and speaking of data caps, there's also an unlimited data option for a little bit extra. It's like $20 extra, I think. So, if we're doing it, I'm sure the companies in the States will start doing it too. I mean, they're going to have to. They're just going to have to find.
They're going to have to
because
Verizon Fios and Google Fiber are not everywhere.
No.
But Time Warner Cable Internet and DirecTV Internet and AT&T Internet, that's everywhere.
Yeah. But here's the thing. All it's going to take is one of those big companies to offer a low-cost, high-speed internet with unlimited data, and suddenly all the competition is going to be scrambling to keep up and to compete with that.
Well, you'd think that, but Google has been doing that for a few years now, and instead of trying to compete, all the companies in the States are actually trying to force them out of fucking business.
Oh.
Like, look, somebody's offering a lower price. Well, let's go after them and fuck them up instead of changing it
to Rocco and Bruno.
Yeah, that's the biggest reason why Google Fiber can't expand too, is because of
chips. Who steals nature?
But I mean, if I'm Sony, if I'm a fucking movie studio, any of these scenarios. And I'm looking at the way things are going when it comes to home media. I would be pissed off at the fucking cable companies, the larger cable companies like Comcast, and Time Warner, and all those fucking companies, because they're doing everything they possibly can to keep everybody in the United States, at least, in the fucking Stone Age, because they want to get as much money as they possibly can out of people. Charge as much as they possibly can for the least amount of service.
Yeah.
It's
as long as they can.
It's still freaking ridiculous that the majority of cable boxes I know, because I'm stuck with Time Warner, because that's all that my area has. The majority of Time Warner cable boxes goes is 720p. The only time you can even get a freaking 1080p box is if you can pay for their higher end box, which is like $200 more a month when you throw the stations you're paying for in there.
That's crazy.
It blows my mind. You can get a fucking, because companies like Sony, all the fucking major media companies, not media companies, but the electronics companies that are producing televisions, 4K televisions right now. They've got 4K technology down to a pretty low price now. You can get a 4K TV for like $300-$400.
It's dropped really fast. Like it dropped way faster than 1080p did.
You can frequently find them for $500 not on sale. That's the price.
Yeah, they are doing their part to fucking get this shit out there and make it available for people. But if those people can't take advantage of it, it's like if you have to spend $400 on a TV, and then you look at how much you're going to have to spend per year for the internet you're going to need, and then the fucking 4K content that you're going to have to buy.
Yeah.
Like, you're paying thousands of dollars each year for one thing, and $500 one time for the TV. It's like, what the fuck?
That's another thing is, speaking of physical media, is the price of the 4K media. I mean, it's literally $10 more than the Blu-ray of the same movie with fewer extras and fewer features. So you're paying.
Sometimes it's just the Blu-ray.
Sometimes but I mean, you're paying a huge premium for something that you likely won't have, a size of TV to get that level of difference out of. I mean, you'll get a difference, obviously, but like, I looked at that, and I was thinking of doing the same thing I've been doing with 3D Blu-rays, where I buy the 3D knowing I'll get a 3D TV at some point, get 4K editions, because I'll get a 4K TV at some point. But it's like, oh, this 4K edition doesn't include the 3D version and has like half the features.
Well, that's because a lot of times that's because the features are just on the Blu-ray, and that's why they give you the Blu-ray with it. Just so you know, they are there. It's not in the 4K.
Great. Yeah. That's not. Just let me finish my point here. It's like just that you look at the difference between DVD and Blu-ray in terms of price. It's like a $5 difference, maybe. Sometimes not even. Or you get combo packs that have both. So I expected the same thing to happen with the combo packs with 4K, but they're not. Like, they're not offering you all the same options. So it's like, I want the 3D version too. I got to buy the 3D version and the 4K version if I want everything. And so now I've spent like $50 or $70 on this movie, and it's like, fuck's sake. And I forgot the other thing I was going to say because I was interrupted.
Reasons.
Oh, that was what it was. Is a lot of the current 4K content isn't even true 4K anyway. It's fucking upconverts from 2K Masters. It's like,
that is true.
That's great. Thanks, guys.
That is true.
How many movies have been done with 4K Masters? Why don't you use those? Put those out first. You have the Masters done. Just put them out. Well,
it's funny to me that what you're talking about with the bonus features. It's kind of like what they were trying to do when the 3D. They were trying to put a foothold with 3D in the market. Because I remember the biggest specific example that I own is Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. You had to buy the 3D version of that Blu-ray set in order to get all the bonus features.
Oh, yeah, they did that with Prometheus as well.
Yeah.
But
so it's kind of like that, but in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird.
But I don't know. It seems like they're trying to push 4K on everybody. Yeah. They're not making it very attractive financially. Like as you said, Sal, the TV's great. TVs are cheap. I can't afford any of the fucking content.
Yep. Oh, you're gonna make everything streaming video content? Great. Can you provide me with the quality of internet service that I need to stream all that content?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. $200 a month, please. What the fuck? 2 months I pay for. You pay for 2 months of it. That's the same price that you paid for the fucking TV.
Yeah.
What?
And then your Netflix subscription, which is negligible to be fair, but.
And
just money, more money in this harsh economic times.
Well, I heard that. I mean, I don't know how much traction it's got. Obviously, not enough yet. But I heard that Congress is actually trying, here in the States, that is actually trying to step in and tell the cable companies, like, just stop with the cable boxes and make sure that everybody has access to apps to watch their cable TV, because that's what everybody's going to do anyway.
Mm.
And then if they're gonna have to do that, then they're going to have to give you higher speed internet at a lower price, because no one's going to have a cable box, and they're going to lose money if they don't do that.
Well, that's why, in my case, the company I work for is putting a lot of their focus on internet, because we're not stupid. We know that's the way that things are going. We're becoming more of a media
company. Our phone is run by the internet now. I mean, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Over half your cell phone traffic is on the internet now.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, well, I was just talking about that with my physical therapist the other day. It's like, when's the last time anybody just picked up the phone and just voice called somebody?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Even when you voice call someone with your phone, on your cell phone, half of those are still going through the internet, actually.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So, that's my point, is like, it's used for everything. Kind of crazy.
That's true.
That's right.
It's just, yeah. Interesting.
Agent Motoko mentions, further complicating the issue, says, Aaron Isaac, you also have to get the right 4K TV, one with the right HDR format, HDR10, Dolby Vision, or to view the UHD Blu-ray as it was intended to be. So. And
the right kind of 3D, because fuck Shutter, Active Shutter, because Jesus, those glasses are heavy.
They're heavy, and you got to charge them. And it's like, fuck that. I just want to put my cheap-ass Real D glasses that I brought home from the theater with me.
I realize it's not as good.
Yeah.
But the effort involved is much less, and thus I'm okay with the reduced quality.
The other problem is with Active Shutter, you can't tilt your head too much, or you actually lose the 3D effect.
You can't sit too far off field like you can with the passive. You can sit way more off field with it.
Oh yeah, with passive you can just you can watch naturally.
I'm waiting for the day when it's just got this, when the screen has the material, and you're just gonna like, and your eyes themselves are like just naturally filtered the two out. You don't need glasses. That's coming, guys.
That would be very cool.
I know. Kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, we were talking about VR though earlier.
Oh yeah.
PlayStation. The only thing I'm really worried about the VR trend for gaming, just because of people like me that are physically limited.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I'm gonna get screwed when it comes to gaming.
No, not necessarily. I mean, you're just wearing a headset. You know? And it depends what game it is. I mean, if you can operate a controller, then you can play VR. I mean, it's just a matter of being able to wear the headset.
There's always a market for custom-made devices too, or modified devices.
Yeah, because most of the. I was gonna say, because most people.
Sorry. I'm setting up, Sean.
And the thought was never completed. I was gonna say, like, most VR, I mean, it's not like full body motion VR. I mean, you can go to some places that have that, but the vast majority, like what you'd be playing on your computer or your console, is basically the same as playing a game as you would now, just sitting on your butt and playing a game with a controller.
I'm just using it to watch movies.
Yeah,
in the theater.
With a controller in your hand. But the difference is, instead of looking at the screen, you're looking at the VR headset, and you can look around and stuff like that. So
right.
There'll be experiences that you'll be able to. I mean, not every game obviously will be compatible, and that's unfortunate. But
yeah, it depends. Yeah.
What I was gonna say was, and Sean just sort of eased my mind a little bit, at least for now. But what I was gonna say was that the thing I'm worried about is, like, with the sports games or the fighting games or even the cheating games, if it involves you actually having to run physically, like, how am I supposed to do that?
It can. But a lot of them also have alternate input schemes, like the thumbstick can move you also.
Yeah. Well, like, for example,
some people have limited space, right? So.
Yeah. Well, look at like the Dance Dance Revolution games, for example. I mean, you can play it with a dance pad if you want, or you can have those moves mapped to the controller, so you just use the controller. So it's either or.
Granted, it's still it limits some people, like people with one arm, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, do our best to make one-arm compatible games. That's the best we can do, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Or have a limited mobility mode. VR. I think as VR becomes ubiquitous and our fairly PC corrected culture, meaning we naturally, oftentimes without being prompted, will go to more PC areas because it's appropriate to be inclusionary. There will be more options as time goes on. You're gonna get screwed at first. I would say for the next 3 years, you probably shouldn't worry about VR.
You're doing stout.
Off screen.
For me, my favorite part is the fact that I can put a 3D headset on or a VR headset on, and I can sit in the New Art Theater in the perfect spot and relive every fucking theatrical experience I've ever had in that theater if I wanted.
Yeah.
With true 3D sound where I feel like I'm in the fucking theater, with filters that make it sound like it's coming through the theater's speakers. I mean, like...
Oh, yeah, I think you were talking about that before, yeah.
Just the idea that I can sit down and like, do a world tour of theaters.
Yeah.
And see, like, a Godzilla movie in a different theater around the world and never leave my chair is so fucking cool to me.
Yeah.
So cool.
You can go to a theater in Japan and watch an original Toho Godzilla movie.
Right, with subtitles.
With subtitles.
Because I can do that because it's my virtual reality.
That's right. It's your world of
It's Total Recall has come to life. I mean, who would have thought it?
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
Absolutely. Virtual vacations, man.
Fucking Lawnmower Man is about to happen. Shit. Hey, look. We have a rash of child abductions from a fucking creepy clown in the woods in New Jersey. Our fiction is becoming reality.
And
hold on.
Even Stephen King is afraid of that clown.
There's more than one clown.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Okay. Alan Moore.
There's a whole bunch of clowns abducting kids in forests, apparently.
Okay, so fiction becoming reality has been like a theme I've been dealing with the last couple of days because I'm reading a Grant Morrison comic called Multiversity, where this comic book is actually a omen in the and is the telling the destruction of another world in its world. Anyway, so that's beside the point. Alan Moore was in was doing an interview, and he's talking about how he wrote this story about a killer clown in like some story, right? And he talked about it being on the street he grew up in. He described the street, and like basically the artist drew the street he grew up on next to his house, and there's a forest. And at some point in the 90s, there were reports near Alan Moore's house in the woods of fucking clowns doing the same thing, and there's no possible way that's a fucking coincidence. Fiction becomes reality eventually. We build our own fucking reality with our fiction. Think about that shit.
Art imitates life. Life
I'm not even high right now. I haven't smoked in hours. This is bullshit.
Bullshit. So how did everybody spend Star Trek 50 this week?
Working.
Not watching Star Trek.
Yeah, I didn't watch a single thing Star Trek.
I celebrated by mentioning that it was the 50th anniversary of Star Trek on my Facebook page.
I retweeted it.
I changed my avatar to a Star Trek 51.
I did that too.
I watched the Star Trek Coin Pusher video.
Alright, well I guess I win the prize then. I watched, let's see what order I did things. I did Where No Man Has Gone Before.
Nice.
Yesterday's Enterprise.
Nice.
Best of Both Worlds.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wrath of Khan. First Contact. And Star Trek 2009 and Star Trek Into Darkness.
Holy crap! So you just had like a mega marathon of different parts of.
I take that back. I did do something, and I one up Stout from doing it. Stout watched a video on the Star Trek Coin Pusher. I went to Dave & Buster's and played the same Star Trek Coin Pusher.
Oh shit!
There we go.
Suck it.
Black bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of jealous.
Super
it's fun.
Yeah, when did we watch Stout? I forget.
Fuck. Holidays?
Oh yeah, the horror anthology.
And Phil the Alien?
Phil the fucking Alien.
Which Eric fucking hated.
If you haven't seen it, stop what you're doing. Go to Amazon and the link in the doobly-doo here in Sean's channel. And go to the Amazon, type in Phil the Alien, and buy it. It's only like $5.
Really?
Treat yourself.
It is every conceivable way a cheap, fucking, corny
sci-fi comedy
movie made on a shoestring budget, right?
I mean, it is literally like first couple seasons of Trailer Park Boys cheap.
But it's fucking hilarious. I think it's hilarious.
Great. I liked it.
Quotable. Just so endlessly quotable.
See, that's the funny part about that movie is I really don't like it, and yet at the same time, yeah, there are a lot of really quotable scenes and stuff, but it's one of those, it's by an actor that you haven't seen in any other movie because this is probably the only thing he did.
It feels like something done by Trey Parker and Matt Stone, you know?
Yeah. He did movies like this throughout the 90s, and then as soon as those became unpopular, he just died off.
He died?
He died off.
Fictionally speaking.
Did he died?
But, yeah, it was just... Those movies did not survive out of the 90s.
Should we do pickups now?
So you said you can get something for $5. I was totally not paying attention there.
Phil the Alien, the movie we're talking about.
Phil the Alien.
I told if you haven't seen Phil the Alien, go to Sean's Doobly-Doo, click on it, click on the Amazon link, type in Phil the Alien, and buy it. It's like $5.
If you want the beautiful stark contrast between a good Alien movie, comedy, and a bad one, watch Phil and then watch Paul.
I liked Paul. Fuck you.
Oh god, Paul.
No, I'm saying Paul's the awesome one.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, but Phil the Alien is also great.
Now the question is, really, what do they want us to fill the alien with?
Okay, so the name, funnily enough, at some point, one character calls
early on
the alien Filthy Alien, and he says it in such a way you're like, Phil the Alien? Oh, Phil the Alien.
Don't move, you filthy alien.
Yeah.
You Phil the Alien?
Yeah, it's actually quite funny, though. I really enjoyed it. It's humorous stuff. Sean, you would love it, actually.
Sounds hilarious.
There's a line that I keep playing it over in my head over and over again randomly throughout the day.
Was it when he said
sometimes
filthy
a man
alien?
just needs to be alone.
No, I guess. But that you told me that, Daddy. Well, I guess I did.
I do like when he sits there. When he first goes into the bar, and he's just like, "I'm sick.
I need medicine.
I need medicine."
Yeah.
He pulls up a huge bottle of tequila.
It's funny, like the father in that movie is just like he's all depressed, and he's like telling his son to go, and son, man just needs to be alone, right? And he's like, but leave the shotgun, he says. And you know he's gonna fucking blow his brains out. It's like, what the fuck dark movie shit is this?
Yeah.
Right. Funny shit, man.
Darkness is funny.
There's a talking beaver.
Yes. Oh my god.
As in the animal that builds dams, or as in a vagina?
No, as in the animal that builds dams. He's a badass too.
The other one would be interesting too, but yeah.
You could have a drinking game with this.
Watch Teeth if you want a sentient vagina.
No.
If you want
a really great movie, actually.
Vagina dentata. No, thank you.
Drinking game. The first thing on the list of things to spot or to notice in the movie and take a drink is spot the NES Zapper.
Oh God.
You'd be fucking wasted about maybe 30 minutes into the movie.
Hold on a second. JL, no, I have not seen Star Trek Beyond for the 80 bajillionth time. I almost never get out to the theater to see movies. I will see it when it's on Blu-ray.
If it's been out in the last year, probably haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'll see it. I understand X-Men Apocalypse is coming out shortly. I will buy the Blu-ray, and then I will see it. And Civil War. Yes, I have not seen Civil War. Now it's on Blu-ray. Now I can see it.
Talk about an amazing double bill for you, Sean.
That would be awesome, actually.
Yeah. So, pickups?
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and do pickups, because I got nothing. This has been a week of being
Well, you got to moderate. You got to tell us who goes first.
Just get into the mud pit and duke it out amongst yourselves.
I do not want to get into a mud pit with Stab.
There are no pits full of mud for me.
Damn it.
Germaphobe, sorry.
What about lime jello?
Germaphobe still.
And you have to all wear Speedos.
Do I have to get wet, sticky, or gross? Then it's not happening. That's just
all of the above and more.
Yeah, no pits of anything then.
How about just a giant pool full of feces?
I do not challenge your firstness.
Okay, Stout will go first. Hold on, I need to figure out how to actually select the goddamned hangout. Hold on. Because the
X-split in their layers and shit.
Yeah, hold on. There we go. Got it.
We're curious. Shots over here. That's over here. Okay.
There we go. We're good.
All right. We're good? Okay.
Yep.
So I went to Value Village. It's like a Goodwill, except for they actually have decent prices on things.
So not like a Goodwill at all.
Not like a Goodwill at all. It's the same kind of concept. You donate things to them, they sell it, whatever. Anyways, found True Lies there for $2.
I've got that.
I still didn't have it on DVD, and it's not on Blu-ray, so $2, not bad.
Guess what, Stout? They announced that's up after Abyss.
Fucking great. Well, I got it for $2.
You probably got like a year before that even gets the
And for even cheaper, there was a Dollar Tree next door, and I don't know if you guys knew this, but Dollar Tree has Blu-rays back again.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
Awesome.
So
Dollar Tree.
I picked up a couple of movies that I have not watched yet. First off, this one came with the slipcover, Parkland.
Cool. Never heard of it.
That looks entirely uninteresting by the name alone. But
Produced by Tom Hanks.
So yeah, entirely uninterested.
Does it have a hit song in it?
Is there a park?
Written and performed by Tom Hanks?
Do people play and it's called Land?
It's about what happened after the death of John F. Kennedy. Fucking asshole.
Oh, okay. Now I'm interested again.
So boring.
So then there's...
They had a funeral.
Here?
People were sad.
I actually
Yeah.
heard that's pretty good.
From the creator of Mad Men. So, yeah.
That
was a buck.
I like him.
And then I watched this with Brandon, Prince Avalanche.
That's a great movie.
Cool.
Pretty good movie, yeah. And got it for $1.
Yay!
I would own that for $1.
And then
I'd buy that for $1.
there is one lone fucking media store, like, you know, the media stores that are like locally owned kind of thing.
Fucking lone.
And it's
store.
about the locally owned store is about to go to business. They have like a for sale sign up on the building.
Oh,
It's
boy.
so sad.
Oh.
No.
So, like, before this place goes out of business, I'm gonna go check them out. And sure enough, they had a few decent prices for a
I've
few.
never been here, but now you've got that business. I showed up.
Yeah.
Well, I
late.
just moved here. So
I know.
for
Excuses.
$5.98, I got
Hey.
Sweet.
Minority Report.
I gotta get that.
I haven't seen it for less than like $10, so that was a good deal.
Terrible cover.
And
Great
then-
movie.
$6.98, About a Boy. This
That was
is an
pretty-
upgrade from my DVD.
Nice.
Probably make it a double pack.
I heard that's decent. I haven't seen it before.
I love it. It's a good movie. And that is it.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Well, if there are no complaints, I'll go next with my massive haul.
No.
I complained profusely.
There we go. Okay,
You want to
you're
go
good.
ahead of me, Eric?
I only have 3 items.
Let's just make Eric go.
God damn it! I already went to the trouble of selecting you.
Alright, fine.
No, too late. It's on Eric now.
Alright. Okay.
Hold on. Okay, there we go. You're good.
All right, so as I mentioned before, I went to Dave & Buster's. Want a plushie? It's a pug.
Whoa, I thought that was a real dog for a second.
Fear the pug.
Ah!
I played.
Looks like a Taco Bell dog. Shut up.
Tell them the
It
story.
has been 10 years
Taco
since
Bell
I've
dog
been
is
in
a
any
chihuahua.
kind of arcade, played any kind of claw machine at all. I played the claw machine once.
And you
One
got that.
time, and I won this.
Awesome.
So, bam! Proof that claw machines aren't rigged. I won it fucking once.
Why does the shadow of my elbow look like a giant cock?
Because you are, in fact, a giant cock.
Random thought is random.
The girthy cock. I don't know.
Oh my
It's,
God.
Oh my god, I need to hear your camera.
it's a flaccid giant dick. Giant dick. You see the balls are tucked in your bookshelf, and
Oh
then,
yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
yep, big flaccid dick just waiting to get hard.
God.
Porn. All right.
Anyway,
Or it could be a clown. Hi, how's it going?
Oh God. Oh Jesus! Now I can see that too.
No. No.
I got a couple. I got a movie and a first season of a TV show here. This one, you'll be surprised that I actually know about it. It's from the 70s.
New zoo review?
What?
New York movie videos? What?
No.
Jesus. Let him.
This. Well, let's just say it's Car Wash.
Going to the
Wow.
car wash.
Yeah,
I can totally see you liking that movie.
This movie is hilarious.
Yeah, it's George. It's Pryor and Carlin, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
I almost said George Pryor and
Richard Carlin. Yeah.
I had to mix their names up. And I'm like, shit. Hold on.
Wow, that's. I don't think I've ever seen that. I want to see that now.
Car Wash. It is the movie.
The truth is, it's a B movie. It's okay.
Oh yeah,
it's obviously a vehicle movie, literally. But
I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the movie that spawned the "Working at the Car Wash" song.
I think the song was used in it, but I don't know if it was generated because of the movie.
I think so, actually.
I don't know.
I don't know. I know the song's in there. It just I don't know.
Makes sense.
It's possible. Anything. It's the '70s, man. Shit like that was happening.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anything's possible in the '70s.
Yeah.
So this last but not least here, in the Lunchbox set, I got the complete first season of Leave It to Beaver.
Nice.
Cool. And I have to say, this is
in the
Lunchbox.
Nice. Yeah.
In the Lunchbox.
An actual Lunchbox. Nice.
Gee, Wally.
Right here, it's like a family photo album.
Nice.
But
is that like the Time Life set?
No, it's the Universal set.
Oh, okay. I could swear Time Life did that one.
I think they did a bigger set with the whole thing.
So it actually is like an album. So this is like Life with the Cleavers.
Nice.
But I have a huge problem with this. Very nice pictures. There's like in here, there's like on stage sets and pictures. It looks like pictures like a family would take.
Right.
Yeah.
And so like that. They're all flipper discs, and every single one of them is like in this plastic, and they're just like ripping and falling out. They're just sitting in here. It's all of it. It's really cheap
plastic.
That sucks.
Bullshit.
God, digipack that shit, yo.
It's double-sided disc.
I like this one.
Shame.
Yeah.
Gee, Dad, we wasn't doing nothing.
That's
Eddie Haskell.
Very nice. I like the photos.
Oh yeah, the photos are fantastic. They're like these old Polaroids.
Yeah. That's great.
And they're just like
it's awesome.
Pictures from on this. They're not pictures from the show. They're pictures on the set. And just like
Jerry Mathers as the Beaver.
Yep. My dad said for many, many years that the mother was his TV mom.
I think she was many people's TV mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your mom was my TV mom. Wait, what?
So yeah, it's the tin set. I forgot where I got this. I've had these for a very long time. I bought these for other people, and other people are now no longer here.
Oh.
So they became mine again.
Awesome.
So they've never been on my shelves and in my set. So now they are.
Cool. It's kind of like how my last comic book update, I finally showed the Howard the Duck pop vinyl bobblehead.
Oh, that you got like an ass long ago?
That I bought like 6 months ago.
Well, I'm talking about these. I bought like, I bought these when they came out. Yeah, 2013. It's been 3 years.
Awesome. Well, you win. You bought yours more longer ago than me.
More longer.
I was gonna say because I remember that line of like the slipcovers they did, like the '70s collection. They had the '80s one, they did '90s one.
I should have shown that when you can open it. It's flat, and then it has information about what was at the movies, on TV, on the radio, and pop culture, and in the headlines.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, of all the stuff that goes on.
And I like the style, the '70s style font.
Jaws down there.
All Universal milestones, of course. They're talking.
Oh yeah.
Why don't talk about anyone else? Jeez.
Yeah.
The Godfather, The Exorcist, Jaws, Rocky, Star Wars, National Lampoon's Animal House, Grease, Alien, Superman, and Saturday Night Fever.
Note that King Kong 77 wasn't on that list.
Wait a minute, they mentioned Alien? That's a Fox one. I'm surprised they mentioned that.
One of the most terrifying movies of the 1970s.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Barely 70s. It was 79.
Yep. And it's still 70s.
Yep.
On TV, MASH, Happy Days, Monday Night Football, Saturday Night Live, Three's Company, The Muppet Show, The Price is Right, Little House on the Prairie, and The Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Awesome. All great.
Yes.
I love the 70s.
What was in the headlines? The Apollo 13 lunar mission.
Ah, yes.
Beatles breakup.
Mm-hmm.
The first New York City Marathon. Disney World opens. Intel introduces the microprocessor.
Oh, right, Disney World. I was gonna say,
well, gee, that's like probably the most significant thing that's happened, actually.
Probably.
It's the most revolutionary.
The first arcade video game, Pong, was introduced.
Yeah.
Richard Nixon resigns.
Mm-hmm.
The Apple computer is invented.
Yep.
Capital punishment ruled constitutional.
The cult of Apple was started.
The cult of Apple.
And
it was.
Yeah, and the Iran, the Iran,
you ran, we ran.
We all ran for Iran.
Us ran.
The hostage crisis.
In DC Comics, Q ran.
The hostage crisis.
It's actually Quran.
You see that news story about the crisis?
Let's see, on the radio, Staying Alive, Hotel California, I Will Survive,
Okay,
Imagine.
Please be quiet. Lennon. Dennis Rodman is about to address the nation about the crisis.
Dennis Rodman.
There is a great episode of Mission. There's a great episode of Mission Hill about how people just get sucked in by the media when there's some crisis going on, and it just becomes the entire focus of their existence, and just how ridiculous the importance they put on certain aspects of said crises are.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
There it is. Superstition.
All right.
Awesome.
Hey, that guy Skinslip is hosting me. I don't know who that is. Oh, you know what? By the way, when I was playing Alien Isolation the other night, you get to that scene, the first scene where the alien shows up. You just see him off in the shadows in the mist. Barely see him up. You just know he's close, waiting for the elevator. It's really tense, and suddenly. I think it was Great Red Shark decided to host me at that exact moment.
Oh, God.
So I just say, all right!
All right!
Yeah. There it is.
Oh, God.
Because he says, all right! So, like, great timing there. You knew that was coming. I know you played this before. You could have done that earlier. By the way,
all right!
By the way, speaking of Alien Isolation, I will be playing some more of that after the SNI tonight. I'm going to try to load one of my previous saves because apparently I got kind of ripped off last night. There's a scene where it's supposed to be the big first time you actually have to deal with the alien, and the game glitched, and there was these humans there that the alien was supposed to kill. And then you're just dealing with the alien, and then the humans are dead. So I go into the room, I hear all the sounds of them being killed, and I look into the room, and all the humans are still alive. The alien's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to kill the humans to get out of there, which was actually really difficult. And then I got to the next level, but then I thought, you know what, that fucking sucks. That's supposed to be a big... it's playing the... Alien is stalking you music the whole time, and there's no alien in sight. Like, it just... So I do have a save that I think will get me to the point right before that. So we're going to try loading that up so I can actually play that part properly and give you guys the proper experience, and myself the proper experience, and proceed from there. It's not far from where I left off, so... It's like literally the last part of the level.
So, yeah, I have pickups too.
So hopefully it won't glitch. Yeah, I know you have pickups too. I was just saying it while we were on the subject of Alien. Jesus fucking Christ!
Yeah. Well, Brandon, do you want me to mention the two things I got first, or no?
Oh, you got some stuff. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Raz.
I didn't think I was going to get anything this week, but I got surprised because we were talking about Star Trek 50 earlier. On Star Trek 50, they had The Wrath of Khan director's cut on sale for $15, so I got the corrected version.
Oh, with the yellow UPC?
Yeah, yellow UPC.
Sweet. So now you can actually see Sulu turn and address Saavik directly on the bridge of the Kobayashi Maru instead of just dumbly continuing to stare at the screen the whole time.
Exactly. And then, just on a whim, because I was checking the shipping on that particular Star Trek to see, what it was being shipped at. Because if it ships USPS, it goes in my mailbox. I always have to tell somebody, hey, there's a package in the mailbox. Or if it ships UPS, they knock on the door. But so Anyway, that's why I went to Amazon 4, and I saw that one of my favorite current shows had season 1 on sale for only $21.47. So I was like, oh man, I can't pass that up. So I got Mr. Robot season 1.
Nice.
I've been meaning to watch that one.
Yeah,
really
same
good.
here. I've heard it's really fantastic.
It is. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
I need to check that out soon.
Yeah.
Too busy with horror movies right now, doing crazy horror movie watching for Halloween. Crazy! Actually, funny enough, the next ones I'll be watching are the Alien movies. Speaking of Alien, so
I got. Are we gonna watch The Witch together or what? Because I got The Witch.
yeah, let's all watch it because I know all of us have it now, right? Stout.
Perhaps you should find a way to rent it. Hint. Hint.
You have a digital code. You can give me that, right?
Yeah, I can give you a digital code.
Really?
Yeah. No, actually, yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Perfect.
I'll give you my digital code. No problem, bro.
We'll do it that way. We'll watch it maybe
tomorrow.
Soon.
Tomorrow?
We can watch it tomorrow. Well, maybe if we start early, because then I want to do some twitching.
We're always waiting on you, so you tell us what time you're available, and we'll watch it then.
All right.
If everyone's available, of course.
Well, wait, which one is this? The Witch.
The Witch, yeah.
Okay.
I felt it so appropriate with all the Alien aspects.
But speaking of digital copies, though, can we maybe plan for next week on SNI to do another digital copy giveaway? Because I had saved a bunch up, and then I keep forgetting to give them to you guys. But now I can actually come here.
Okay, possibly. I've got quite a stack of them as well. I'm probably gonna do some around Halloween, some scary movies and stuff.
I think we should just wait till Halloween and just do it. There's all
right. I've been reluctant because it's the last couple times we did that, it just turned into a gong show where there's just too many. There was literally too many codes. Flying around the room, and it got way out of hand way too fast, and it just got
crazy. Let's make it crazy this time.
Yeah, so we'll do it calm, collected, organized. We'll each have 4 each or something, and do it quickly and efficiently.
Just take turns, man.
Because it makes it so boring for people watching the repeat later. It's like, oh, great, another code I wasn't there for. Oh, another code I wasn't there for.
So we should do it at the end of the show. So we can do a whole show.
Yeah.
And then we can do and that way if they're watching, they can just stop watching the video and they're like, okay.
Well,
that's true. Yeah, we could do that.
Or another suggestion I was going to make is if we don't want to make that a thing on actual SNI, Sean can just do a separate video for it for people that are here live.
Yeah.
And then, the people watching the archive don't have to watch that.
Oh, I see. So just do it for the live portion, but not the... Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Because there's really no need to preserve that for the ages.
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
We could just be doing it in the chat quietly while the show's going,
Yeah, that's true. That's another possibility.
That's probably a smarter way to do it. We just do it quietly in the chat. As part of just being in the chat live.
Yeah.
Sorry, you had pickups?
Go, man, go.
I have lots of pickups.
All right. Hold on. Need to select. Will you select Brandon, please? I am hovering over it. Why is it not selecting Brandon? Hold on.
It's racist against white people.
What is going on here? Holy fucking shit! Hold on.
Racist against beards.
It's because it's within a window, and you know what it's like trying to pick something specific in your 18-layer layout on the screen.
Brown hair privilege, right?
There you
Silver
go.
streak code privilege.
All right, you're good.
All right. First up, from my friend Tess, I got this BB-8 pop vinyl.
Sweet.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
Adorable.
From my friend Glenn. Sorry, that was my friend Glenn. My bad. My friend Tess actually sent me Lilo and Stitch 1 and 2. Even though Stoudman has a copy of Lilo and Stitch 1 and 2, it's my bad because I left it on my wish list. And my friend
there you go. That's okay.
From eBay, I picked up X-Men Beauty and the Beast, which has the Beauty and the Beast miniseries plus the Dazzle the movie graphic novel.
Oh, nice. I did not know such a compilation existed. That's awesome.
$6, my friend.
Holy fuck. Okay, I'm never buying that ever.
$6?
$6. Oh, I thought you said 60.
Fuck no.
Oh, for $6. Hell yeah.
I'm not that hard up for these side stories. These aren't even Claremont stories. They're just side stories that take place during the Claremont era that I found for cheap. And I was like, all right, fine.
Yeah, no, I know.
I got X-Men Fallen Angels, which is the miniseries of Fallen Angels.
Yeah.
And then last the X-Men miniseries I picked up was Iceman, which has the Iceman miniseries, plus some stuff from Bizarre Adventures 27.
Good old Bizarre Adventures 27.
From my comic guy over at Sterling Silver Comics, where you can do mail order with him, I picked up Amazing Spider-Man issue number 248. Notable being one of the best issues of Spider-Man ever, because it has the story The Boy Who Collects Spider-Man.
Interesting. I have Amazing Spider-Man, I think, number 244, which is a very early Hobgoblin appearance.
Correct. Yes. The Boy Who Collects Spider-Man, if you don't get the feel stirring, you have no heart. It's a very sad story, and it's actually the only reason this issue is notable is the backup story is The Boy Who Collects Spider-Man.
I remember you mentioning that one before.
It's not collected. It's collected in one trade from the 80s, and I didn't want to feel like... I'm like, for the same price, I can just buy the one issue I care about.
Yeah.
Then I picked up Flash Secret Files and Origins number 1, which has the timeline of the speedsters, including the origin of Max Mercury, the first speedster.
That's cool.
I'm prepping for a series on my channel, and part of that series is talking about some obscure appearances and backstories of characters that no one talks about because they don't exist in continuity anymore. I'm gonna call it Continuity Crisis. We have the Batman Superman of Earth X, starring Jimmy Olsen as the Batman Superman of Earth X. He's actually named Steelman in the comic, but $9 fucking. I paid $9 for this comic.
Crazy.
All right, and then I picked up basically the 2 post-crisis appearances of Uncle Sam outside of the Freedom Fighters. Yeah, there's a Freedom Fighter series that went for 18 issues. I don't have that yet. But these 2 are standalone issues that come before that series, so pick those up.
Very cool.
Not a fan of black and white reprints, but if this is the only way to get Hercules Unbound, it's this way.
The Great Disaster.
And it comes with the Atomic Knights and a bunch of weird war stories that talk about Doomsday. So about is worth it instead of buying all those individual issues. Picked up Big Trouble in Little China Volume 2.
Yay, finally. Awesome. Yeah.
Picked up America vs. the Justice Society, which is a post-crisis tale.
Do you have Volume 3 of Big Trouble?
Not yet. It's on order.
Okay.
I got Alabaster, The Good, Bad, and the Bird. These are based... This is one of my favorite authors, Caitlin R. Kiernan, moved into comics recently. Or year before last or whatever. Cool. So that was the first one, and the second one was Alabaster Wolves. And there's another one that actually just arrived at the comic shop, but didn't come in time to get shipped to me, so it'll be here next month.
Cool.
Another Alabaster hardcover. All right, on to the movies. Finally.
Movies!
The only DVD I picked up was Mutilations, which is I think it's an 8mm sci-fi film from the 80s. Or maybe it's shot on video, not entirely sure, but it looks just right up my alley.
That sounds like something I would also enjoy.
Evils of the Night. Do you notice something about this cover?
Boobies!
No.
Oh no, the Millennium Falcon's on it. Holy shit.
Yep, a mirrored Millennium Falcon's on the front.
That's hilarious.
It's like, actually, no, I didn't notice that at first. I noticed a lot of fan service.
Yeah, well, I don't even think none of this happens in the movie, of course.
No.
Yeah.
Then I upgraded my DVD of Freaked to a Blu-ray, and of course the multi-pack.
How much was that?
Freaked was $12.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
11 and change. Monster Squad I also upgraded to Blu-ray, even though I'm sure Lionsgate's going to repress their 2-disc Blu-ray.
Nice.
I felt like I would support all the films while it was still in print. And
how much did the... Isn't that one out of print now?
Technically, yeah. You can still get copies every now and then. I found one on eBay for $15.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much the retail price, so...
Yeah, well, there you go.
Then I picked up, for my birthday, I picked up Iron Giant.
Oh, nice. Which I still have never seen, ever.
Oh my god.
Get on it, it's a beautiful movie.
Yeah, how come
it's $10, Sean.
Did I mention that I upgraded? Did I mention I upgraded Howard the Duck? Okay.
Yep.
Yes, you did last week, yes.
I was at the threshold between things. And then, of course, The Witch, which we were just talking about.
Yay.
The Vivitch.
The Vivitch.
The Vivitch.
The Vivitch.
He's like, I'm getting so tired of that.
I'm so tired.
I'm already tired of it, because that's not how you pronounce the double V sound.
The Vivitch. Vivitch.
Son of a bitch.
Davitch.
You son of a...
It's a Vivitch.
Davitch.
I know. I see everybody in the chat's going nuts. Like, oh my god, no, Iron Giant. Blah, 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 blah.
He's 10 years older than he's older than me, and I'm in my 30s. Get that into perspective.
The Rogue Nutter was...
You haven't seen this?
Yes, the Rogue Nutter was asking, Zara and Isaac, when do you think Red Dwarf Season 11 will be available on DVD or Blu-ray? I don't know specifically. I know with Red Dwarf 10, I think it took about 6 months after it aired, so it probably won't be too long.
About 6 months after it airs.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm the second oldest one in the group, though. I'm 37. So.
37?
Yeah.
Trying to suck any dicks on the way to the parking lot, huh? Sorry, it was a reference to Clerks, for those who missed it.
For those who've never seen it, you Philistines!
Yeah, Sean, he's never seen the Iron Giant.
At least I've seen Clerks!
A staple of 90s television, you bastard. How could you?
Whatever, my elbow looks like a giant cock.
Well,
that's not even a fucking response.
You were in your 20s in the 90s, so I mean, shit. Of course you didn't fucking watch it. It wasn't in your wheelhouse, you know.
Yeah. That should be the title of this episode. My elbow looks like a giant cock.
Yes, and you should zoom in on the thumbnail of just the shadow.
Oh.
Just make the thumbnail just the shadow.
JL, to be honest.
Face on it.
Yes, draw a face on it.
No, JL, I will not live stream all the Harry Potter movies. I'll watch them quietly by myself when I am most alone, and then I will do videos about them. I don't know when I'll do videos about them though, because that's a lot of movies, and my movie viewing slate is kind of filled for the next couple months. But we'll see. I'll definitely check them out.
Can you lay off the fucking pedantic questions? Hey, when are you gonna watch this movie? No, everyone, those are pedantic questions. Stop it.
Pedantic.
Ask something more interesting.
You're pedantic.
Shallow and pedantic.
It's the same shit from different people every week. So, guys,
it insists upon itself.
Stop asking if you've seen this movie. Let's instead have discussions about film.
That's right. It's not
discussions.
It's not a questionnaire.
Yeah.
It's
not Q&A's there in Isaac. For fuck's sakes.
That's right. There are other people in the room, you know.
Well, that doesn't bother me. You're still selected on me, by the way.
Well, I know. I'm trying to unselect you.
Oh, okay.
I've been trying for 10 minutes. Okay, there we go.
Okay, sorry.
I think. Can you get my buttons off this? There we go. Thank you.
That's what she said.
Get my buttons?
Jesus.
Get all the buttons. Get them. Get them.
Push my buttons.
What else we got? Is that it? Are we done?
I think
we've been going for barely over an hour.
Well, in terms of
There's not much
show and tell, we're done with that.
Yeah, we're done with show and tell. Let's talk about some other shit.
Okay.
Apple, their fucking iPhone 7. They think it's such a great idea to remove, this.
The headphone jack, so that you can push their wireless headphones on you. That's why.
And it can be yours for the low price of $900.
Oh, they said there'll be an adapter. It goes into your power plug slot, and then someone made the beautiful iconograph of the iPhone, and then like 5 different fucking adapters to get to an iPhone.
Or if you really want to,
I remember the VGA, the fucking USB dongle. You're like, what the fuck?
If you really want to, you can get 9 Android phones for the same price that all have headphone jacks, but it's up to you.
Or you can just buy an Android phone and a nice pair of headphones.
Or you can just be the Apple shop.
Just to play devil's advocate.
Or buy the iPhone if you like it. I don't give a fuck, honestly.
Oh, yes, some pretty big Doctor Who news this week, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Doctor Who, The Power of the Daleks, the very first Second Doctor story, the very first post-regeneration story, is getting fully animated using the original audio. Basically, we've seen episodes where stories where the missing episodes have been animated. Well, this is the first time they've done a story where every single episode is missing. They have all the audio, though, obviously, because they've got all the audio for all the episodes. But this is the first time we've seen them do an entire story in that format to, recreate it and bring it back to life. So I think that's fucking amazing, and I urge anyone who is a Doctor Who fan, please, for the love of fuck, buy this release. Because the better this does, the more likely we'll see them do that with more of the missing stories. So please, please, please buy this release when it comes out.
Yeah, and if that takes off, we're going to get, the closest we could ever get to a complete series. Right?
Well, exactly. So, I mean, it would fill in it wouldn't just fill in stray episode gaps. It would fill in full-blown story gaps. You know? And I mean, this is a great one for them to start with, too, because we've got the 10th Planet with its final episode reconstructed both in photosnap and animated form. It's a great DVD. And now we'll have the story that immediately follows it. So, like, one of the most significant 2 stories back-to-back finally, you know, available in some form.
I really want this to take off, too, because I don't want the sales of the... I want them to start re-putting the actual classic show back out.
Oh, I know.
Because I was finally in a financial situation where I could start making that a priority.
Yeah.
And they freaking pull them all off the shelves.
Oh, I know. You can still get quite a few of them cheap. Like Amazon has most of them cheap, but there's the few that have been out of print for a good number of years that are stupidly expensive. And but there's more and more all the time that are going out of print. Like I just heard this just a couple weeks ago. Genesis of the Daleks and Terror of the Zygons, 2 of the most beloved Fourth Doctor stories, have gone out of print. So you know that it's bad news when the 2 like most fondly remembered stories of the entire frickin' series are now no longer available.
I was gonna say Genesis of Daleks is like almost #1 on everyone's all time.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, and it's with good reason. It's a great fucking story. Terror of the Zygons is another one that's usually on that list too, because it's another great one. It's one of the all-time greats. But so yeah, get them while you can, kids. Get them while you can. I put together the comprehensive list on the Death Knell of the Region 1 DVDs video that I did a while back. So check that out if you want a comprehensive list of. It includes all the releases, including the original and like special edition releases. So it has everything, just all right there. Amazon links. Thank you for your support, of course, and yeah, I hope it helps.
Look at this fucking shill over here.
What's going on? What?
I called you a shill.
Oh, hey! I'll have you know, a lot of people have thanked me for that list actually, because it just gave them a nice, convenient list for everything.
I couldn't even start without that list, so I definitely appreciate it. But
so there you go.
No, Sean, you saw Series 9, correct?
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm right up to date on the show.
Okay.
Just be careful what you say, because there are other people who haven't seen it.
No, I'm gonna talk in code.
Okay.
Did you enjoy that? We were talking about Genesis of the Daleks. Did you enjoy the tributes to that episode in episode from Series 9?
Yeah, there was a lot of tributes in that episode actually, if you have really sharp eyes.
There was a tremendous amount of tributes.
I recognized just about all of them. Yeah, there was a lot of nice little treats in that series. And it really had some terrific moments to really let Peter Capaldi shine and show
it really did. I mean,
show off his acting chops,
yeah, completely. It was far better than Series 8. I mean,
yeah.
Series 8, people were ready to give up on Capaldi. Then by Series 9, people were singing his praises. So.
Yeah. Well, Series 8 had some other, I think, structural issues. I don't blame Capaldi at all, because I think he did the best he could. But Series 9 was definitely an improvement. Actually, the thing I liked about Series 9 was it felt more like old school Doctor Who.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It had so many two-part stories in it.
Because it was almost all two-parters. In fact, I think they were all multi-part stories. It was like two-parters.
Every single
I think the finale was a three-parter, but
was at least a two-parter.
Yeah, which was great. So it's like we got cliffhangers every other week, and which was great, and just the sort of vibe of the stories felt much more like old school Who in a lot of ways. So yeah, I liked it a lot. I look forward to Series 10 whenever they get around to doing it.
and Capaldi squashed the rumors, by the way. He's not leaving just yet. So.
Well, I didn't think he would, because I mean, he is as much a Doctor Who geek as any of us. I mean, he's been a fan.
Right.
Much like David Tennant. I mean, he's another fan, just freaking living the dream, man.
Right. Well, I think people just sort of assumed that he would leave because Moffat left.
Yeah, but no, I don't think so, because he's not there necessarily because of devotion to Moffat. He's there because of devotion to Doctor Who.
Right, right.
He's there.
And you have to get, it seems like you have to get at least 3 series in to be a proper Doctor.
Absolutely. I mean, that's always been considered sort of the optimal minimum.
Yeah.
And for the most part, it's held true, with one exception, which was Colin Baker, where. But that
and Christopher Eccleston.
Well, and Christopher Eccleston, yeah, duh, obviously. But in terms of like it being the norm, like most would do at least 3 years. John Pertwee did 5. Tom Baker did 7. David Tennant did 4. So, well, kind of did 4 if you include the specials season. But
right.
What was I gonna say? But yeah, Colin Baker technically did 3 because he was in the role for 3 years, but only got actually 2 actual televised seasons, because the show went on hiatus after its first season, and then Michael Grade, the controller, said, well, 3 years should be the normal tenure for doctors going forward, and I feel that the 18 months that the show was on hiatus should be included in Colin Baker's 3 years.
And then there's Paul McGann, right? He was only in that one movie.
He was in the one movie, yeah.
He got screwed too.
So that really sucked, because I've said this before. I'll say it again just briefly. Like, it really sucked as far as Colin Baker goes, because they actually had like an arc planned out for his Doctor, where he would start off, really abrasive and rough and just a bit of a jerk, and then soften and mature over the course of his tenure. And you start to see that in his second season, and then he's gone. And they just never got to, fully realize that. They've since done that in the audio adventures, like they brought it to what it was always meant to be. But it really sucks that he got shafted like that. Like, he really... He's a fantastic actor, and I really liked his interpretation of the Doctor. I think it's actually improved with age as I've gone back and revisited those stories.
I haven't seen much of his work, just bits and pieces.
Well, there's not much to see.
but I think, because of not owning the show yet, I just have to watch whatever's available to stream.
Yeah. Well, he did. He only did 11 stories, and then Sylvester McCoy did 12, but they were also doing shorter seasons then. So
that is true.
He did 3 years, but they were shorter.
But I think what you're saying about Colin, I think a lot of people blew him off.
Yeah.
Just because of his outfit.
And that's just stupid. I mean, he was supposed to be the 80s Doctor, so he had a loud, ridiculous outfit.
It was 80s, bro.
Yeah. I liked it. I mean, I thought it was...
you had to be there.
It was appropriate for his version of the character. I mean, his character was very, tended to clash with people and, situations. So he had a clashing outfit. It just fit in. But anyway, glad we're finally getting Power of the Daleks, man. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Look at that cat. Look at her.
Hope we see some more. And that came out totally out left field. I had no idea they were working on that. It just came out of nowhere. And it's coming out in November apparently.
What? And it could be that hard of a process to do, because they have the audio of all the missing episodes. So all they have to do is prove that this is something that Doctor Who fans will accept.
Well, I'm sure, I know they'll accept it. It's just a matter of, is it going to be profitable enough for them? Because I imagine it's quite expensive to animate a full series like that.
It's unfortunate. It's the same boat we're in with Star Trek.
Yeah.
Going back to Star Trek, I mean, that's why we probably will not see Deep Space Nine and or Voyager restored. Because the cost was just not... They didn't see the numbers back for Next Generation that they should have seen.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I think that was also partially their fault, because the only reason I knew Next Generation was coming out is because I frequent, the sites that tell you, hey, Blu-rays are coming. I never saw one single commercial for it on television.
No, I saw some stuff online. Like, they had some things about the restoration and whatnot online. I remember seeing that and was quite impressed.
So I think they just totally dropped the boat on letting the generation that grew up with that show know that it had been restored. Yeah. Because like I said before, so many of us, myself included, went back and watched the original series after being introduced by the Next Generation. So for a lot of people, the Next Generation was their first Star Trek.
Oh, wait a second. Major Motoko has some news that just caught my eye. Says Constantine Season 2 may be coming in fall 2017 on the CW network from reports that are floating around.
Yes,
oh my fucking god, yes, please.
Thanks to that Something Tomorrow show, or whatever it's called.
Legends of Tomorrow, or
yeah, that's what
that, was that the one that he was on? 'Cause I knew that he got it.
Yeah.
No, he was on Arrow, and
and
he's going to be on Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, he's gonna
okay. And
but people are stoked about this.
And it's Matt Ryan again. They get Matt Ryan to which is awesome because I mean he really nails the character. I think.
I think the best we're gonna get ever.
Yeah,
like it's
absolutely.
He's closest looking, and he's got the voice, and he's not Keanu Reeves.
Have you watched the show Skin Slip? I remember
I've
we
seen
were
the
talking
first few episodes. That's
okay.
it. I haven't gone through the whole thing yet.
Okay, yeah, you definitely got to check out the rest of it. It gets better and better, and then they cancel it, of course. But,
I need to see Arrow Season 4, Flash Season 2, and Legends Tomorrow Season 1, Supergirl Season 1. I need to see all those. So.
Yeah, I've got to get. I'm so far behind on them.
I've said before, I'll say it again. The DC TV universe is the freaking comic books brought to life, man.
Well, it's good that
amazing.
It's all moving to the one network as well, because CW also got Supergirl.
They did
as well. So
everything Supergirl could not do.
Yeah.
Well,
because it was on CBS with those freaking
yeah.
network restrictions.
Yeah.
It's its own universe.
You can do.
But they've been teasing in Flash since episode 1, or I guess maybe like episode 4, but that a crisis happens at some point.
Well,
so,
not just that, but I'm not gonna spoil.
I know a lot of things happen.
How you get there, because I don't, for people that haven't seen it. But this year, the start of season 3 is the other iconic run, Flashpoint.
Yeah.
So they decided to do that instead of Crisis.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, they decided to do Flashpoint. There was just basically a teaser about it. I did see that, and so pretty cool.
Iconic stories to capture those, kind of annoying.
So that is great news, Major Motoko. I had not heard that, but that definitely excites me, and I'm glad to see. I will watch that religiously, even if I'm behind on everything else. I really enjoyed the one season that NBC did. Now it's on the CW. Hopefully they'll be a little less restrictive about his smoking, even though in the NBC one they still found ways to have him smoking without kind of smoking.
We never took a drag from the cigarette on screen. That was the key.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, towards the end, he does. Like, they just seem to say, fuck it, he's smoking now. They
probably filmed that expecting someone to say something, but at that point, no one gave a shit about the show anymore, so no one was watching it. That's probably what happened.
Probably, yeah. Whatever the case is.
Hey, that shit happens all the time. They'll do stuff like that. They'll film things knowing that they're going to get caught, but just to see if they can get it by,
Yeah, exactly. Moment in history. Thrashed Fingers says, Zarin Isaac, I tried poutine for my first time today. I love it. Yes, poutine is awesome.
And Canadians.
It's awesome. The trick is to have the gravy hot enough that it melts the cheese curds, so they're nice and stringy and gooey.
Great Red Shark said Supergirl's now on Netflix. Yes, I'm still in the middle of whatever season of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm on. I think 3.
Nice. Oh, American Gods is coming out as well.
Oh, God. Yeah. I am so worried about that, because American Gods is one of my favorite novels. I just want them to get the essence. I know it's not going to be the same thing. I just want them to get the characters right.
Yeah.
I'm super nervous about Westworld on HBO.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm excited about that.
I have no emotional attachment to that.
I do, because that was one of the first sort of adult sci-fi movies I watched.
Yeah, that came out in your youth. That makes sense.
Yeah. So
meanwhile, it was some TV movie I hated in my youth.
Wow, you need to revisit that.
Oh, I know. I've seen it since then. I think it's a great movie, but as a kid, I was like, boring, whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought Star Trek was boring when I was a kid. No,
I did too. To be fair. Yeah.
I think a lot of kids did.
Stupid.
Yeah. Everything.
Just talking.
Sort of. Everything sort of does that. Like.
Yeah.
I could not have enjoyed MASH when I was younger.
Yeah. That's true. My parents used to watch it all the time, and I thought it was just that dumb war show.
and Seinfeld's another one. Seinfeld has just now become
Yeah. Well, see, Seinfeld was of my time. Like I was old. I was late teens, early 20s at the time, so I was like the perfect age to appreciate Seinfeld. But anyway, Westworld. I was pretty stoked that HBO is doing a series of that. I did watch the preview, and it looks pretty good. What I've seen.
I think next I demand somebody make Weave World, which is probably Clive Barker's least appreciated work because it's very dense. But get 100 pages into it and you're hooked finally. But the characters are amazing. And I think if they were on a digital medium, people get hooked on it really quickly. It's a really cool story that can be told with more efficiency in visual form.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're getting Blade Runner 2 in movie form. But I've always really wanted the Blade Runner universe as a TV series.
Yeah, or like the Star Wars universe as a fucking anthology series. Like that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Tales from Mos Eisley, Tales from the Empire. You name the season of Star Wars, Tales from Mos Eisley, like they do American Horror Project, right? So it's Tales from Star Wars, Tales from Mos Eisley, Tales from Star Wars, Tales from the Empire, Tales of Star Wars, Tales from Cloud City, etc. You can do whole seasons of it. 13-episode seasons, man. Like, God.
Yeah. Well, if you want to see how well the Blade Runner universe could work in TV format, watch the one season gem, in my opinion, that was Almost Human with Carl Urban.
Oh.
I watched the UK show. I could not watch the sci-fi show.
Actually, hold on. If you want one that's kind of like Blade Runner, the series, actually watch Total Recall 2070.
It's a pretty interesting show.
Yeah, it's good, and it very much has a Blade Runner vibe to it. Very good stuff, and it's another one of those one season wonders, sadly. But
so many of those, like Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. would sell so well now.
So I will check it out.
Oh, okay.
That's one. Like, what would you reboot? Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. I think like now that show could work. That's like
That reminds me, I gotta get caught up on Ash vs. the Evil Dead. I've only seen the first 2 episodes.
Same here. I need to get the Blu-ray because that's super sexy as hell.
Yeah, absolutely. Great Red Shark was just asking if Westworld was a book. It was not. However, it was written by Michael Crichton, who has written many books that were later adapted to films. In the case of Westworld, though, he wrote it strictly as a film. So.
Now, there may be a novelization.
But Michael Crichton authored Jurassic Park is probably the one most people are familiar with.
When I say that I'm nervous about Westworld...
There's a book tie-in, that was right. There is a book tie-in, though.
Oh, possibly, yeah. There was also a TV series in the 70s that only lasted 6 episodes.
That's right.
I need to get that, and I need to get Future World, which was the sequel.
So apparently the TV version is a slightly longer version of the film?
New what?
The TV version that was aired in February 28th, 1936 was apparently a longer version of the film that's never been released on home video.
Really? Oh, actually, that wasn't unusual. That was quite common for network showings. They would have additional footage.
Extend for time.
Added, exactly. Because back then,
being notable.
Well, because back then, a 2-hour block would be 100 minutes of show and then 20 minutes of commercials. Nowadays, it's a lot different. It's 40 minutes of commercials or something.
And it's 44.
You get maybe 90. If you're lucky, you get 90 minutes without commercials. Usually 88, though, I think.
Yeah.
But it's definitely gone down.
Yeah.
So now we don't see stuff added. We see stuff removed to make room for more commercials.
It's easier. That's why.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
But Halloween's got all sorts of alternate footage, which is on the Scream Factory Blu-ray, actually.
Yes, it is. I'm glad finally to have that, because I remember seeing a bit of Halloween on TV one time, and I remember seeing some of the scenes of Michael Myers when he was younger, and Donald Pleasance talking about him and stuff. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember this from the movie. And then I realized, holy shit, there's additional scenes that I've never seen.
Yeah, Bay released that on DVD 20 years ago. Whenever DVD started, in 99.
There was a Laserdisc edition that had that footage in it.
Nice.
Which I always meant to pick up and just never got around to.
From the Criterion, right?
No, it was. Well, it might have been. I think Criterion did do a Laserdisc.
That'd be asking too much, I think.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure they did do a Laserdisc Halloween. I don't think they ever.
That was a joke.
No, I'm pretty sure they did. I mean, to be fair, it is considered a pretty big, notable movie. But
it's the first true slasher. Everything before it's like a proto slasher.
Absolutely, it's the one that changed everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, for a long time, it was kind of an enigma to me. I had seen these scenes on television that one time, and I noticed that the scene at the beginning where he kills his sister was censored. The mask was adjusted so you didn't see her boobs.
That makes sense, though.
Like, damn it. I want like an ultimate cut that has the nudity and violence intact and the extra scenes. There you go.
They have a composite cut in the Blu-ray, I'm pretty sure.
Do they? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, I might have to check that out.
But, if not, it doesn't matter. You got it all there, and the deleted scenes as well as...
That's another franchise I will finally be watching in full this Halloween season is Halloween.
Have you never seen 4, 5, or 6?
I have seen up to 6. I have not seen anything after.
You've not seen H2O?
I've not seen H2O, I've not seen Resurrection, I have not seen the Rob Zombie ones. So
H2O is okay. Resurrection is probably the worst fucking theater experience I've ever had in my entire life. The movie made me physically ill.
Made you physically ill?
To put it in perspective, there's an entire cut of that movie just from the webcam footage in the movie. Like,
awesome.
That has never been released. It's floating around bootleg somewhere.
Awesome.
No. I've never seen it myself. But the movie's terrible.
That's what I've heard. I look forward
Astounding.
to it.
And you have to watch the producer's cut of 6 this year.
That is what I will do, yes, absolutely. Yeah.
If you want to talk about movies that made everybody physically ill, mine was the Avatar, The Last Airbender movie.
I've never
seen it. Because it was so not the show.
Right. But as, like, and then I asked him, like, okay, yeah, it's not as the show, but was it a good movie by itself? Are you divorced from his property that was adapting?
No.
The answer is still no.
No.
That's a resounding no from everyone I've ever asked. So, you know.
It's just a complete mess all the way around. They got the character names wrong. The acting was terrible. There was no plot line whatsoever. I'm begging for somebody to do that franchise of the movie properly. I'm begging for that to happen.
Man, there's already a good edition of that in motion. It's just called the series.
Well, that is true. That is true.
I can't think of a movie that's made me physically ill before. I mean, there's nothing.
Okay, like, so, just to kind of defend my fucking thoughts here, not that you're attacking me, but, like, I felt physically ill because I'm a huge fan of the Halloween series, and the trailer hyped this fucking movie up, and I'm so excited. All the magazines are saying it was great, of course, and you go see it, and you're like...
It's like that sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach, right? That's
yeah.
Yes.
It's something I don't get anymore because I've learned that's like that's when you learn, like, oh, I should not have any expectations when going to a movie at all, because any expectations will bound be disappointed because your imagination is greater than any product produced by a corporation. You know? So don't have expectations, just watch the movie. You know?
Or if you do have expectations, be a decent enough human being to recognize that if a movie doesn't meet your specific expectations, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad or that the choices they made were horrible. Although in that case, it was bad.
You can't call it a terrible movie. If it's not a terrible movie, even though you don't like it, you can't call it a terrible movie. That's just wrong.
Like with me in Matrix Reloaded, I hated it when I first saw it. And I didn't. One of the reasons I didn't like it was because it didn't meet my expectations in terms of like what I expected the city to look like. And I recognized even then, having those expectations define whether or not I enjoyed the film was kind of silly. It's not fair to the creators. It's not fair to anyone. Just don't fucking do that shit. It's not fair to you as the viewer. Like, yes, feel free to have these grand ideas of what you want something to look like in a movie, but if it doesn't meet those expectations, don't use that as an excuse to hate the movie
or start your things like it just didn't make my expectations, and that's understandable. Like, okay, you had expectations, that's fine. Like, whatever. You don't have to like the movie.
I've said that for years. I think I was talking about that in my Watchmen review a few years back. But it's like, I'm sorry, it is an invalid review if the whole basis for your dislike is that it did not it wasn't what you expected. This movie was not what I expected, therefore it sucks.
Now you can say I didn't like a movie that wasn't what I expected, but it's not a bad movie. That's an okay way of presenting that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and
like, I was surprised, but I mean, saying like, I'm sorry, like the fact that you went in with incorrect expectations is not the movie's fault. That it did not meet those wrong expectations of yours. You know.
No, absolutely not. But you know the thing talking about Watchmen in particular, the thing that really makes me mad when people do make that argument of, oh, this movie wasn't what I expected. I come back to them and I say, have you ever seen the Ultimate Cut? Because there has never been a more accurate blow by blow adaptation of a graphic novel ever.
It's pretty damn close. I mean, they do make some changes, but but I mean, they're changes that just work within the structure of a live action movie.
Right, because
I mean,
it's live action.
You can't do everything verbatim, but but no, it was phenomenally. I was really just blown away by how well done that was, and it always irritates when people shit on it. It's like, have you actually read the comic? Because this is the comic brought to life on the screen. Like
it is.
With concessions for the shortness of the medium.
Yes,
that's it.
Exactly. I mean, all the major things are there. All the things that people care about are there.
Stands the Black Freighter. That's the big thing. Everyone's like, oh, it talks about it basically because like the Black Freighter's got a lot to do with the actual plot of the story. It doesn't seem at first.
No.
And the excerpts from the behind the mask. It's kind of hard to do these things, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, the excerpts from behind the mask they incorporated into the Under the Hood documentary. Right. So that's how they factored that in. So you got to watch that as well, because it's basically a documentary with everybody in character as their characters, talking about things as their characters' lives and whatnot.
Yeah,
and it talks about the original Minutemen and stuff like that, which forms much of the backstory.
It is what it is. They changed the ending. There is the subplot with the newsstand guy.
Yeah.
And the kid, and there is a few other little threads here and there, but the major core backbone of the movie is there. Black Freighter is the only mission that's really major.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you can watch it.
See, one of the things that I was glad they put into the Ultimate Cut, and I was happy to see there, was the relationship between the newsstand guy and the boy. Because it's just a nice, it's a little side story, but it gives you that human element, sort of the human impact of these, superheroes' lives and such. And sort of see everything that's happening from street level with their little story, and they have this there's a nice little story just about their friendship that develops and stuff. And I was glad to see that they actually did that, because you see those characters so briefly in the theatrical cut, like unless you read the comic, you'd have no idea who they were.
It's at this point just a nod for fans of the comic.
Exactly, but in the Ultimate Cut, like that, pretty much their whole little subplot is in there, and it made me happy to see that, because that was always one of my favorite little asides in the comic.
Well, my favorite thing about the Ultimate Cut is just how the packaging itself. Not only do they give you the Ultimate Cut and all the special features and all the additions, but you get the freaking hardcover graphic novel with the set. You can't get any.
Oh, you got that one. Yeah, there's been a couple different. Yeah, there's been a couple different releases of the Ultimate Cut. I have the original release, which was just in the sort of magnetic.
Well, I got
gatefold.
It was on sale this past.
But then
past Prime Day.
But then they re-released it in like a big gift set package that I think, as you said, includes the hardcover graphic novel.
I kind of want that, but then I look on my shelf and I've got Watchmen over there. In fact, I've got 2 copies. I think I have one in storage.
Yeah.
Now that I've got another copy, I realize I may actually own it. Shit.
I have the director's cut.
I got it on Prime Day.
I got the director's cut too.
You guys got to get the Ultimate Cut.
I got it on Prime Day for $22, so,
Yeah. Yeah, the Ultimate Cut is
definitely can't complain.
It's the only version I'll watch now because I mean I consider it to be
absolutely.
Yeah,
and you know it bothered me too because there was that list of like greatest. I forget who did it. Was it IMDb? Somebody did that list of greatest comic adaptation films.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't on there.
And the director's cut was on there, but the Ultimate Cut wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It's like what?
Well, some people like the director's cut as kind of a happy middle ground between the two. Because to be fair, the Ultimate Cut is really long, and it can be a bit of a slog to get through if you're not a patient person. But but I like it just for its completeness and its thoroughness, and the fact that it reincorporates the Black Freighter story in. Now that said, I also do have the motion comic and Tales of the Black Freighter, the standalone version as well. I don't think I've ever watched it as a standalone, come to think of it. I have watched the motion comic, though. The motion comic is excellent.
I only had the director's cut in my collection now just because the first Ultimate Cut's expensive, and I don't want to double dip the fucking graphic novel.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No point.
Black Magic Games says, Ultimate Cut for the win. They are re-releasing the whole Ultimate Cut in 4K UHD.
Oh, there you go.
I might pick that up. It's just the disc only, at least.
See, if that's a true 4K one, then that's one I would pick up as well, because that's one I know I'll revisit again and again.
And if it's in a normal Blu-ray packaging, or maybe a smaller shelf-friendly packaging without the goddamn comic, I'll be more than likely to pick it up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If it's just like a standalone, because I mean, I've got it like twice over as well, because I got the director's cut steelbook, and then I got the Ultimate Cut.
Right. I'm keeping my director's cut because I've got the really rare lenticular slips still. So.
Nice. Yeah.
It's funny. I bought the movie on Black Friday for dirt cheap, and then I was randomly at a yard sale, and I just paid a dollar for a slipcover.
Awesome.
All right, thanks. You just want this part, man.
Just this part. So okay, I was gonna throw it away anyway.
I'll give you $1 for this. Like, okay. I take it. I'm like, here, you can sell this to somebody else. And I walked away.
That's awesome.
Yep. So I do want both cuts in my collection, but I just haven't picked up the Ultimate Cut because I want the older edition and just haven't gotten around to it.
Right.
Sure. Well, we were talking about Mr. Robot earlier. For anybody that wants to pick that up, it's still that price that I got it for. Less than $22, $21.49. So.
Ow, cramp, ow.
Or you can watch it on Netflix free right now if you're on the things like that.
Ow. Fuck.
True.
I'm good.
I'm gonna check
I knew I'd want special features for that though. That's why I picked it up.
See, I had to try TV shows before I buy it because TV shows have to just really connect with me for to buy them because I'm just not gonna rewatch them very often.
They have. I'll take a chance on HBO shows though. I took a chance on True Detective and Silicon Valley, and I still have yet to even touch those, either of them.
Silicon Valley is great. I watched
Silicon Valley is so funny. I'm a couple episodes into the 3rd season of that one.
I've only seen the first.
So damn good.
I've seen season 1 of True Detective. I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Yeah, I still need to check out True Detective.
But I will buy Silicon Valley. That's a show that I will rewatch.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Well, it's Mike Judge. I mean, the man knows comedy with some social commentary.
Don't tell that to people who saw Extract. Apparently they hated it. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it. Is that his latest one, or?
No, he's got something else coming, but it was a movie he did.
Oh, okay.
Before he did Silicon Valley.
Oh.
It was like 2012 or something like that.
I don't
2013,
know that.
Like that, yeah. A couple years ago.
My favorite Mike Judge thing will always be King of the Hill, though.
I discovered PopcornFlix.com.
Hang it, Bobby.
Which is a free streaming service with actual good selection. It's completely legal, too. PopcornFlix.com.
Let me tell you about the wonderful world of propane.
That was the worst Hank Hill.
I know. I used to do a lot better.
That was some weird Muppet.
That
was a background Muppet.
That was Kermit doing.
Hank Hill. That's exactly what.
That's a third-rate Kermit too. Shit, man.
Let me tell you about propane.
What the fuck is that?
I think that's his Fat Albert.
Hey, let's make some burgers.
Oh man.
Pull my hat on my ass. Hey. That's the wrong character, but I don't care.
Hey! I've lost my ability to do Hank Hill. I used to be able to do it really well. I think it's because I haven't seen the show in probably 10 years.
Well, you know, who needs to?
Ah. Would you like to hear the word about?
Wait, I think. Damn it, Peg. I'm a propane salesman.
Damn it, Peg. I'm a propane salesman, not a doctor.
That's the worst. That's worse than my Batroc the Leaper voice. Oh my god.
I am Batroc the Leaper.
I am Batroc the Leaper. I leap around.
I will leap around and hit you with my baguette.
I am the master of Salate. That is boxing with the feet, no? The worst. I'm sorry, French people.
He's in the Swedish Squizcars coming up from the Hans Sven's Masters class.
He's hearing my mic, man. Like, this is how much I love Batroc. I bought him to hang on my mic.
Just hang out. Who's the other one hanging out on your mic?
Oh, this is Cesspool and
you keep grabbing.
Bullhorn. Okay. I'm just playing with him like, yeah.
You're playing
like a cat with your dangly things.
Yeah.
I was just gonna... You're playing with your Cesspool Bullhorn.
Oh my god, Mystic.
Cesspool and Bullhorn.
Mystic TV, you need to see Stranger Things. It is fucking amazing.
Oh my god, Stranger Things is like one of the best Netflix shows.
I also need to see Stranger Things.
That's
the last 2 episodes of Daredevil.
Do that for Halloween.
I do that for Halloween.
Freaking Daredevil.
I've already got so much planned for Halloween. I don't even.
Propane.
Do you know how many views you'll get if you do a review of Stranger Things, Sean? Do you know how many views?
The same I get for all my other reviews.
Accurate.
But Stranger Things, you will watch one episode and just want to watch all of them.
I'm sure
right
I will.
now.
Well, and there's only like 8 episodes, I think, isn't there? Something like that.
Yep.
And I will hold the torch forever for Barb.
Well, freaking Daredevil season 2 did that to me. I watched all 13 in one day. I could not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I gotta finish that one. See, I would do that if I wasn't, employed and had all the time in the world to watch shows, but I don't.
Still need to watch BoJack Horseman.
That's not a high priority.
Justin.
I'm actually hoping to get a second job, so I won't have as much time as I do now.
Yeah.
Because I work for the family food truck, and as you can imagine, during the winter, there really isn't much opportunity for the food truck to go out because people don't want to go out in cold weather to eat food.
Cold as shit. That's
outside. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Wow, Thrashed Fingers. That I'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a road-killed skunk than down it with beer than watch Stranger Things.
Well, you're a sad person I don't want to talk to anymore.
Wow.
How dare you quote AVGN to say something bad about something?
For those in the call that have seen it, though, guys, is it like Walking Dead type stuff? I mean, am I going to be able to watch that?
Oh, like the scariness?
Yeah.
It's kind of like Super 8.
Okay.
Yeah. But
okay.
Better in a lot of ways.
That's the impression I got from what little I heard about it.
It's a TV show, so it's better because you get to know the characters more,
Yeah.
Spend more time with the kids, that kind of thing. So
it's more like the old Spielberg movies of the 80s and Goonies and
cool.
Stuff like that.
Well, then I can watch that then.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, totally a dash of ET in there.
Yeah, I've heard that there's videos all about. Did you spot all the Easter eggs and homages? There's apparently a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
And those videos every Easter egg and homage, every reference in Stranger Things. It's only 37 minutes long. You don't know what you're talking about. That's the only 37 minutes. Because take the entire running time of Stranger Things, and I would say 2/3 of the shots I could say that's from this, or that's a reference to this. That's just
yeah.
It's a movie steeped in its own mysticism, in its own canon, essentially.
Cool.
Talking about,
I will have to check it out.
Speaking of Spielberg, how amazing would it be to get a true 4K? Speaking of true 4K too, how amazing would it be to get true 4K of Close Encounters?
Oh, yes.
That would be so good.
That would be wonderful. Pretty much any Spielberg movie, really. I mean, his movies are just so visually beautiful.
Look, I don't care until Star Wars, the original unedited theatrical cut, hits 4K. That's when I'll care, right, guys?
There you go.
Hipster hat. Hipster hat.
Hipster hat.
Well, here's... do you guys think Disney is actually finally going to do that for us? I mean,
who was it? Was it John Landis was saying, well, I don't know, money on the floor. I could definitely see Disney doing that.
Yeah, eventually.
I mean, it's pretty much a no-brainer. I think that, I mean, they'd be foolish not to. They know there's demand for it. It's easy money.
I think it's the contract thing that's stopping it right now. Is the rumor.
It could be, yeah.
Well, Fox has distribution rights for home video releases, and that includes any new editions they strike.
Yeah.
And I'm certain that constitutes a different cut, and that they'll want more money for it. Mm-hmm. They'll want to probably split more of the distribution. They'll probably be unreasonable, is my guess.
Well, I'm sure that I
Fox.
speak.
Yes.
I'm sure that we speak for a lot of people watching this when we say that the reason most of us have just steved the Blu-rays is because we don't have those cuts yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't bought them yet. I do plan to get the Blu-ray set at some point. Specifically, I want to get the new packaging one that has Darth Vader on the cover. I think that's a way better cover than the frickin' baby Anakin one they used.
It's also more shelf-friendly.
It is. And it has all the same content as the previous release. It's just straight up repackage.
It's like 2 Blu-rays thinner.
Yeah.
It's like I can fit 2 more Blu-rays on that shelf. That's kind of important to me when I have a limited amount of shelf space.
So basically, so I want to get that mainly for the extras and stuff like that. But,
well, I mean, to be fair, seeing the films in high def is definitely worth it because
I thought, actually, to be honest, I didn't really have any major issues with the special edition of Empire, because I think it was the one that they altered. They altered the least, yeah, because it still has all the same stuff. Like it didn't irreparably change things. Oh, I mean, they
just snow speeders in the background.
They enhanced the effects. They cleaned up the matte lines or the matte work in the. From the internal view of the cockpits, because there were some shots where you could, or actually, I think all the shots you could actually see through a little bit, just because of the way the compositing was done. So they fixed that.
Got rid of the Vaseline at the bottom.
Yeah, the Vaseline at the bottom. I actually really liked how they opened up Cloud City. I thought that was really cool how they did that.
They added some cars. I really liked that they added some snow scooters in the battle at the beginning.
Yeah, so I didn't really have an issue with that. And that being my favorite one, I would be happy to see that on Blu-ray. But
my favorite one got butchered.
I think the opportunity is there because what you're saying, Sean, is true about, updating effects really helping the film in certain aspects, but without changing it. I think the opportunity is like screaming at them to do what they did for Star Trek: The Original Series.
Well, see, I thought about that. Yeah. I thought about that, and the thing is with Star Trek: The Original Series, the reason that works and they're able to do that is because all the timing is the same. Like to the frame, the amount of time that each one of those effects shots takes and where it's placed is exactly the same on both, whether it's enhanced, whether it's the CG ones or the original ones. So you can flip back and forth between them. The problem is with the Star Wars ones. I thought about that when the Star Trek ones came out. Well, why don't they do this with Star Wars? And then I got to thinking about it, and I realized it's because all the timing is different. Because they've added stuff, they've removed stuff, they've trimmed stuff. I mean, it's not just that they've inserted effects shots.
They've changed the entire ending to Return of the Jedi. I mean,
Well, I mean, Jedi. Jedi really gets butchered. I mean, they have the whole ending celebration thing with the different song. I mean, come on, I want Yub Nub in there. Give me a break.
No, I had no problem with the space battle stuff they added to in Special Edition is really nice.
Yeah, that's fine. But then the fucking musical number in Jabba's Palace. Oh my god.
Which I like, but I understand why people hate. Right?
Yeah. Well, see, I liked the original because it was all puppet characters and it was just it was cheesy, but in a fun way, and I don't know.
Both,
I
like both songs. So
I think the problem I have with the redone one is it's too over the top, like it's too big, and it should be just like it should be more like the Cantina Band where it's kind of just more low key and music in the background while everybody's chatting, and. I don't know. But...
Well, I mean, you mentioned all the ones I would have mentioned, but my other two biggest ones are Hayden Christensen.
Oh God! Like I said, Return was butchered.
I think that's actually been fixed in the Blu-ray version, hasn't it? It's been put back to Sebastian Shaw,
as it should be.
Yeah.
Because the thing about needing to keep Sebastian Shaw is that if you watch them in the originally released order, you have no idea who Hayden Christensen is.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's like, who the hell's that?
Yeah, so there's that, and then there's also, of course, Vader yelling no.
Oh, God.
When he's falling to his death.
Yeah. And
I can't stand that either.
His very vocal inner turmoil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I'm super stoked to see him back in Rogue One, though. It's going to be cool.
In Rogue One, yeah, and he's also shown up in Rebels now, too, the TV series.
Yes, he has.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, that's one I really need to watch.
Yeah, I need to watch that as well. I've never seen it.
Yeah, it looks... I mean, I've really enjoyed the episodes that I've seen, and from what I've seen of upcoming stuff and like the upcoming season, it looks like it's just gonna be freaking amazing.
I love Clone Wars. Clone Wars is really...
Black Magic says it's still Hayden on his Blu-ray.
Oh, is it? Damn it! I could have
watched
sworn
last week.
Well, poop. I guess that's that then. Well, we should probably wrap it up, guys. I got being scared to get to.
Yep, which is right here on Twitch.
It is
after a break. Yeah.
So don't touch that dial. We're gonna take a break. And then come back for some Alien Isolation. Yeah, so for those of you who just joined us or joined a little later, I'm going to be going back backtracking a little bit, because the last part of the level I played last night glitched, and I was supposed to be dealing with the alien. Instead, I was dealing with some douchey humans. So those douchey humans were supposed to be killed, and it was supposed to be just me and the alien having to deal with each other. So
I got beat.
Well, so I'm going to load up one of my earlier saves. Hopefully it didn't save over it. And we'll see if we can actually play that part unglitched and get the proper experience that we want. And carry on from there.
I will watch it tomorrow because I'm on the East Coast and dying.
All right. Well, you do that.
So...
Easily the scariest game I've played in a very long time. Having a good time with it. So.
No, I didn't think you could beat Bioshock 2, but then you start playing this one, and I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah, I beat Bioshock 2. Bioshock 2 was easy by comparison.
No, I mean, in terms of scary games.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like, to me, that was the scariest game we played since Dead Space. But
really?
Maybe that's just me.
Well,
I don't know.
I personally, I found the first Bioshock scarier, like, it just in terms of creepiness and stuff like that, but... there was definitely some intimidating moments in Bioshock 2, in particular, like the first couple times the big sister shows up. Because it's like, she's coming, and it's warning. It's like, there's a big sister coming, you better get ready. It's like, oh, fuck. But, yeah, no, that's good times.
Are you ever going to, or maybe they're there, and maybe I'm just an idiot, but, because I know you used to, like, the really old stuff, you used to still shoot it in widescreen before YouTube went widescreen.
Oh yeah.
Is the original Dead Space playthrough ever going to get to that point?
Well, most of them are. I think it was just the first few episodes were 4x3 letterbox.
Okay.
By this point, I'm probably not going to bother because it's just so old and hardly anybody watches those anymore. And I did replay it when Dead Space 3 came out. I replayed the first two and
that is true. You did do that, yeah.
Yeah, and then Dead Space 3 was actually the debut of the Hauppauge Colossus capture card. So it was the first game I ever played and recorded in high definition. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So. I hope we get a Dead Space 4 for the new generation consoles.
I've heard rumors that they may be finally about ready to revisit the franchise, so we'll see what happens.
Or even just a remaster of the original trilogy.
Oh, have like the trilogy or something? Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Throw Extraction in there.
Yeah.
I just hope that if they do revisit the franchise, they do what they were doing before and have like a lot of side lore. Like more books and comics.
Wait, I was gonna say I know you've read all the books and seen all the side stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a property that could work as a film or TV?
Absolutely, yeah. I don't see why not. I mean, it's got quite a... I mean, the game world itself, I mean, when you factor in the books and the comics and the movies, all of which are canon, by the way, for those who don't know. It's all part of the same canon. It's all considered part of the story, and in fact, the core games refer to events that occur in the comics, the movies, and the books. So it's great. But yeah, I mean, there's so much lore and backstory. I mean, they could easily do, you know, a series of movies or a TV series or something set in that world.
For me, watching it, it felt like, because I couldn't physically play the game, you know, because the way the controls are set up.
Yeah.
But for me, you know, when I watch it, it feels like watching a big, long film arc.
It's very cinematic, yeah.
It is very cinematic.
The second one in particular, I think, really did that because it's very seamless. It doesn't sort of split it up as obviously into levels. It's more just kind of continuous. And a lot more cinematic as well. I mean, you get a lot more of, like with Isaac having to deal with the pain of losing Nicole and everything, and when the marker is using her likeness to, you know, try to influence him and whatnot, and that's just making the loss even more painful for him because he knows what it is. And yeah, it's just such a great story. I love Dead Space. Love it.
Yeah, Dead Space is amazing.
Actually, to mention one thing, I actually still have yet to read the second novel. The second novel takes place, I'm not sure, it doesn't tie in as directly as the other one, which is why I haven't sort of jumped on it yet, but I do have it, I just haven't got around to reading it yet.
Oh, and I do want to say one thing before Sean closes us off talking about novels, because I know a lot of people have been bugging me for this. I have read Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Oh, there you go.
I've just been so busy that I haven't been able to review it yet.
Yeah.
So, but I have read it. So, everybody who says, Raz, are you okay? Why haven't you read the Cursed Child?
What's the matter with you?
The day it came out. So, I have read it. I'm okay. So, there you go.
Everybody can relax now.
Yeah.
Has read it.
Yes.
You can all sleep well now.
Yes. And
Are we still live?
whether or not I recommend it.
I left saying, since we're gonna go out there, I'm gonna go pee.
Oh, okay.
And then you're still live. What
I
the
thought
fuck?
you want. Well, I don't know. We got to talking, and I thought maybe you'd want to say goodbye properly.
Well,
or
fine. Fuck off. We'll see you next week. There.
Great. That's better. Now we can sign off. All right. So for those of you just here for the show, we'll see you next week. For those of you sticking around for Alien Isolation, stick around for Alien Isolation. For those of you watching the repeat on YouTube, you can watch the Alien Isolation thing over on my Twitch page if you can get their player to work, or you can wait for it to appear here on YouTube, in which case it'll be the 3rd week of October.
So it's like 5 weeks from now.
Basically.
And I will say that watching it on Twitch is way... you can tell how bad the YouTube compression is compared to Twitch.
Yeah. Well...
I'm just saying that.
Yeah. So... Alrighty, so we'll see you guys when we see you. Until then, thanks for watching, thanks for chatting, and sayonara.
Penis.
Later, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah.
That was Too Funky by Two Guys and an Effects Box. It was a music project that a friend and I were doing. Every single sound you heard in that was basically us using our voices and various processing and stuff like that. So pretty cool. I did a whole bunch of songs with a whole pile of samples of our voices, of using our vocal cords, and we had a lot of fun with it. But sadly, the project didn't really go anywhere. I wanted to do more with it. He didn't, and it just kind of died. But, you know, some cool stuff.